So the first recommendation for using progress monitoring tools with English learners is to monitor student progress in all languages of instruction. So again, including valid and reliable measures in a student's home language. This is what we're talking about, if it's available, of course. It is true that the vast majority of English learners in this country are native Spanish speakers or come from homes where Spanish is the language spoken in the home. But we also want to acknowledge and recognize that students come from a wide range of linguistic backgrounds. We want to use formative assessments for additional data, and again, engaging parents as resources, and really seeing parents not only as resources in sort of these activities, but partners. So the second recommendation for using progress monitoring is to set rigorous goals that support students toward meeting grade level standards. So we serve our students well when we really believe that they're able and that they can, with appropriate instructional supports and strategies, meet standards and make strides within the classroom. So this includes attention to English language proficiency, and what we want to do is set goals that include students' English language development, both in the goals themselves as well as in the way that instruction is structured in order to meet those goals. So the third recommendation for using progress monitoring tools with English learners is to evaluate growth frequently, increasing intensity of instruction when growth is less than expected. So this kind of ongoing regular feedback through formative assessment as well as potentially other data sources can really help us to identify whether an intervention is working for a student and then to adjust that instruction as appropriate to ensure that students are equipped to be meeting the goals that we've set for them. So the fourth recommendation for using progress monitoring tools with English learners is to evaluate growth as compared to that of true peers. And this has come up a couple of times. We talked about it during the last session, and one of our participants mentioned it when we were getting started earlier when Lindsey was talking. So if you have a population of students with similar language backgrounds, they'd be at the same grade level, same English language proficiency levels, then this is an opportunity to try to disaggregate data from subgroups of these students and then identify whether is a student's performance on a particular assessment due to a language difference or another source of difficulty. So in other words, if all fourth grade Spanish-speaking English learners perform similarly to each other on assessment when compared with other subgroups of students, then the language difference may be at play there. But if you have one student who performs much lower than those true peers, we would call them, then there may be something else at play for that student. And so again, looking at a real wide range of data for determining why that student scored lower than true peers is a way of sort of getting a sense of what's really going on there.